Nothing's different. Let's talk about this week on TV.
But it's not time for this week on TV.
Let's talk about the co-host search.
All right. You were actually perfectly timed with that, by the way, Griffin.
I figured.
So, this week's co-host search challenge, this one's a tougher one, as we said, because last week we were very strict about the time. We did say that if your entry doesn't make 90 seconds, you're done. And okay, so let's explain what the challenge was. This week it was review a show of your choice, whether it be an indie show, a pay-per-view, a just random Raw, random SmackDown, whatever. But you had to review the card from top to bottom, every single match, and you had 90 seconds to do it. If you exceeded 90 seconds, you will be eliminated.
I don't think we told them every single match.
I said the card from top to bottom. And you can even go back to last week's show. I did say from top to bottom. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's start off this week's edition of Co-Host Search. Let's start with entry number 1, Mr. Barry Murphy, and he will be reviewing Judgment Day 2000.
For my challenge this week, I'm going to be reviewing Judgment Day 2000, which opened with Team Future World Champion Kurt Angle, Edge and Christian versus Team Future Endeavour, Too Cool or Rikishi. Nothing of note technically, but a fun match that got the crowd hot. And, note to WWE, that's what an opener should do. Up next was a match that was kind of the polar opposite. A great technical match with zero heat. The fans were not into it at all. Eddie Guerrero took on Perry Saturn and Dean Malenko in a fun match that I really liked, but it was a bit dull, to be fair. Still better than a European title match probably should be. Up next we had a Falls Count Anywhere. Loser goes to OVW to lose weight, only to return months later looking the exact same match as Shane McMahon defeated the Big Show after hitting him in the head with a styrofoam cinder block. Yeah, next. Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit had a great submission match that showed us just how good a mid-card feud can be. Nice psychology, some unique spots, and a finish that made both guys look awesome. Make this a fine addition to the card. What wasn't a fine addition to the card, though, was this next match, as a quasi-DX Road Dogg and X-Pac took on the Dudleys in the same table match we've seen a million times before, and that TNA are still doing to this day. Not even worth talking about. Up next we had the final match, the Iron Man match between Triple H and The Rock, that I gladly would have watched for 120 minutes. Using the time to their advantage, this match kind of had a bit of everything, and it built to a finish that was so awesome. It had the heels being pelted with garbage as they left the ring. A rare sight in WWE at the time. If I was to give it a number, I'd give it 8 out of 10.
Ah.
That was very good. I have to say, though, you're very funny, but did you have a cold or something? Your voice was horrible. It sounded like your nose was completely plugged up. I hope that was just an obscure thing, but...
If not, you'll feel pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Yes, but some really good jokes in that one.
Barry said in the chat he has a very, very bad cold.
Ah.
So.
Alrighty. So, we'll excuse it for this week. But Barry, as usual, always has some really good jokes.
I don't know. I don't think we should bring on a co-host that's got swine flu. What if it spreads to us?
What if he comes in the studio and gets us all sick?
I haven't gotten my flu shot yet, so I think we should put Barry on notice. Because he's got the swine flu.
No.
If he's not better by next week, we have to kick him off.
Well, our next entry...
My opinion is identical to Will's on both. For the same reasons. Like, nothing else really stood out other than that to me between the two. So,
Ouch.
I think I want to give I want to give an immunity vote, but I need some reminders. So I want you all to give your immunity votes.
I would honestly give my immunity vote to Barry.
Yeah, I was going to say Barry Murphy.
The first one, he was very funny.
Easily.
And now that I know that he had a cold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, easily for me, Barry Murphy on the immunity vote. I think he had the most hilarious entry of the bunch and kept me entertained. And especially for an event that I just kind of barely remember, I like that he brought the whole thing back for me. So I will say my immunity vote definitely for Barry Murphy. So
cool.
So there we have it.